Recording. Alright, it's recording. Hey guys. So today I want to make a Rocket League video. So as you know, my Rocket League career ended yesterday, and I just wanted to do a recap of our season as Red Team. So I put on the jersey today. Still in the sling, let my shoulder heal, but I just want to get in, give my fans, a recap of our last season, kind of like how I did at the end of my high school season, because some of y'all were asking for it, and I'm always open to like give my thoughts and really expand on things. So while I do that, I'm just gonna throw this replay of Red Team. I didn't even watch the replay. I don't even know what happens, but let me turn the volume down so I can make sure y'all can hear me. But yeah. So the replay is gonna be in the background, but I'm just gonna go through the season. Like I'm gonna go through both splits of the season. What is this? Is this even a match? What did I just put it on? Yeah, this should be it. This should be it, right? This should be a series. Hold up. Wait, this might be a wait, this shouldn't be a scrimmer then. Okay, there we go, the game. There we go. We can watch from my pop. Alright, so yeah. So I'm just gonna start off with with the season. So I was on Red Team, played with Sharp, Chalice 5, and Ned. We're just gonna start from the first split. So getting into the season, let's just go off season. So off season, I didn't know what I really wanted to do. Like I didn't know if I really wanted to play or if I wanted to sub maybe. I actually had an offer from, Nick the Rocket League guy to sub for Blue Team. Blue Team being the highest team. Or I could just play for Red Team and just build a team, like, because I was going to be the person on Red Team for sure. That was like the next highest rank off of Blue Team. But then, so I was going to duo with Chalice 5, me Chalice 5, and we are going to try people out and see who we really like. Leading candidate was probably going to be Dark Panda, because I just like Dark Panda a lot, even back then. It was probably going to be him or Positive Econ or Rob Joe, or even Ned. But Chalice, I think he didn't really team with Rob or Ned again because he had just played with them. So it was probably going to be Dark Panda most likely because I was going to have a big influence, or Positive Econ. We ended up, well, it actually didn't happen because Sharp ended up getting kicked to the curb by Nick and Dom. So we ended up, so obviously Sharp becomes available, you're going to play with Grayson Sharp. That's pretty clear. He was like GC3, he's the next highest rank. And me and him played together for the last like 2-3 years. So that was a pretty easy decision. So going into the season, we think it's going to be me, Chalice, and Sharp. And then Ned becomes our sub because he couldn't get a team. I think it happened because like people had kind of already made teams over the offseason, and he kind of just wasn't aware, and then he kind of ended up getting left out. So he just got on our team, and honestly, I was less than thrilled because I don't really like having 4-person teams because I felt like he wanted to join with the intention of taking Chalice's spot. I could be completely wrong with that. Ned, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I felt like you wanted to join to be the third. And honestly, that's fair. Like, shout out you, because like, if I'm being honest, we probably could have done, me and Sharp specifically probably could have done our due diligence and like really tried to try people out instead of just being closed-minded and going with Chalice 5. Like, obviously no regrets because he's the most mechanical player at Tech, but we could have honestly tried out more, Ned or Rob Joe or something. But I had made an agreement with Chalice being like, we're going to play together, so I didn't really want to break that. So fall split, me, Ned, Chalice, and Sharp. It was also funny too because Chalice and Ned, they're like little thing. They're kind of like a married couple. So yeah, so let's get into the season. So I think we went 3-4, and I played every game. Sharp played every game. Chalice played, I want to say like a half, and then Ned played the other half because sometimes Chalice was like busy. He's in a frat. So honestly, it was good that we had a sub and a guy like Ned, who's honestly he's probably like GC2 ish. So he's good rank. So he's not a drop off from like no one else on the team. So it was good that we had a sub, and yeah, we just kind of like we won some games and lost some games. It was definitely a better split overall than our second split. I think we went 3-4. I can't remember exact. I think we went like 1-2 with Chalice and like 2-1 with Ned maybe. Like I honestly don't remember. But I just know we were like one game out the playoffs. We had we played a lot together. I feel like we scrimmed more, and we were honestly we're getting better as a team, but we just didn't make the playoffs. And I know the last game of the season, funnily enough, it was last game of the season. We had a chance to make the playoffs. It was a game, a match or whatever, and it was me and Chalice were there. They were like calling Grayson Sharp, we're like, Grayson Sharp, where you at, Grayson Sharp? And he, I don't know, he just went MIA. I don't know what happened to him. So we ended up having to forfeit that last game. And then that ended up causing like a rift because, Ned was upset that we didn't call him to, fill in and all that. But I mean, he asked us if we needed him like earlier that day, and we thought, Sharp would be here, Chalice would be here, I'd be here. We were like, nah, you're good. So we thought he had made plans to do other stuff. So we didn't even like bother to ask him. And that's on me, because Chalice wanted to call him. I take full responsibility. Chalice like, should we call Ned? I was like, nah, I think he's busy. We already asked him. I was like, let's not worry about it. We could just forfeit. It's whatever. Sharp's not responding. I don't know where he is. So I was like, we'll just forfeit. And then that ended up causing a problem because Sharp was like, why'd you forfeit, bro? We could have tried to schedule the game. I'm like, bro, I mean, you weren't responding. And then plus it's like, if you don't care enough to like show up, then I like don't really care enough to like try to reschedule it. So that's kind of my line of thinking. And then I get where Ned's grievances were coming from. Like, he was like, why do you guys call me? I just found it kind of funny that he was more mad at me and Chalice and Sharp, but that's in the past or whatever. And this video is not to like start beef or start drama. This is just a recap of our season. And also, I can be more unfiltered now because like I'm out of Tech Rocket League. I can really just say what I want to say because I don't really have to worry about like I got a team with this person next year. I gotta like keep up a public image. I gotta still like be nice or whatever. Like, I'm at it. Like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm retired. Can't come at a retired guy. I wonder if this affects my legacy. Like, I think my legacy will live on though, because like I was always the quote unquote instigator, drama starter. So this is like kind of right up my alley, But yeah, to recap that first split, it got a little awkward, a little tense because we did have Chalice and Ned on the team. They had like a little married couple, kind of like they're also vying for that third spot because obviously neither of them are gonna like take me or Sharp spot on the team. It'd obviously be me, Sharp, and then one of them. So yeah, I think Chalice kind of felt like Ned wanted his spot, and then Ned obviously probably wanted it because I know Ned's a guy, he's passionate about the game. He wants to play. That's one thing I liked about when we did play with Ned. He was very you could tell he cares a lot. Like, he really wants it. He's always very good energy. He's a cool guy. But yeah. So yeah, and then that's what happened. So then in the off season, because we have ECAC and then we have one ECAC split, then we have a next ECAC split. Dang, I missed that. And then yeah, so in the off season, Ned was like, all right, I want to I want to try to build my own team. He was like, well, I think he asked. I don't know. He could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was like, okay, is there any chance I might be able to like start? And I was like, so I know at one point in time I messaged Sharp. I think that might have been during the first split or during the off season. It was like when Chalice was like either just not playing or like his mental was cooked, because his mental can get cooked. And I was like, okay, do you want to like try Ned, or do you want to like stick with 5? And he was like I was more easily swayed to maybe go somewhere else, but Sharp, I would give him this. He was very staunch. He was like, I want Chalice 5. I'm like, I get it. I mean, yeah, shit, most mechanical play at Tech. Fuck it. And I like Chalice as a person. Like, he's a great guy, nice guy. I was like, we'll stick with 5. So we stuck with 5, and I was like, Ned, no, you're not gonna have a chance to start. This could be wrong. Like, I might have to go to the Discord DMs to confirm, but it's my videos. I'm gonna say what I want. That could be wrong. So Ned was like, all right, I'm gonna just do my own thing. And he was like, anybody you think I could team with? I was like, I mean, you could team with like Big Sis and Claxos or something and see how that works. And that's what he did. So, and to recap the Ned split, Ned's a great. I love Ned. Ned's a cool guy, great captain, really reforming the Discord. Shout out, bro. I hope he finds like a team next season that he like wants. Because listen, like the Claxos Big Sis team, that was like a fill-in team. He didn't really want that, I don't think. Like, obviously he wanted to play, but I think he would have probably Wilder had like a team he like played with, like tried out with, and had like options. So I hope next year like he gets a team and that he like really vibes with and scrims with and can really like come into the season confident with, because he deserves that, because he's good for Rocket League. Shout out Ned. All right, so we're gonna go to the second split. Ned's off the team. It's just me, Chalice, and Sharp. How long have I been talking for? Because this game is not even over. But yeah, me, Chalice, and Sharp only. Ned's gone. So going into this season, Chalice had towards ACL. I had started an internship because I'm gonna graduate, so I'm trying to find career opportunities and all that. So I have an internship. I work for 5 days a week. I get up at like 6 in the morning to go to work, go to Monroe, 40-minute drive, and I work. Chalice had just towards ACL. He's probably going through that, his PT and all that, and he's in a frat, and he's engineering, has all that stuff. Sharp, engineering guy, math class, trying to get in the master's program, probably other stuff going on, girlfriend. So this split was probably going to be kind of cooked for like grinding wise. Sharp still made time to play ranked. Chalice, I don't really know. Me, I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't. I still got GC in threes, still got GC2 and twos, but my hours were lower than normal. So I take responsibility for that. Like I should have been, I'm not gonna say I should have been grinding more because I just had other priorities and other things I wanted to do. And that's not a terrible thing. It's not the greatest thing when you're trying to do in the team sport and you need to put in hours or whatever. But it wasn't like I was the reason we weren't scrimming or nothing. You know what I mean? Like I just could have been playing more, and I take responsibility for that. So let's get into the season. This was the worst season of my career. I'm gonna be honest. We did not win a game. We finished the season 2-5. Our only wins were a forfeit and a bye week win. So it was a bad season. It was a bad split. Every game, every match, we start off, we win the first match and then we lose the next, like, we might win the next one, we might win the first 2 games and then just lose the next 4. Or we'd win the first one, lose the second one, win the third one, and then lose the next 3. Like, I don't know what the problem was. Like, if I'm just being like, honestly, we didn't play together enough, and that's, I'm gonna be honest, it's probably on all 3 of us, but people probably say it's on me because I get on the least. But it's like, no one was really trying to schedule times, like, days in advance. Like, they might be like, hey, you want to get on, like, let's say it's 4 o'clock today. They're like, hey, you want to get on at 6? I'm like, bro, I got plans at that day. But we could play tomorrow at X amount of time, and then that just wouldn't work. But we have different schedules. And then when I would play, I'm more of a daytime player. They like to stay up late. Sharp will stay up late as hell playing this game. And then Chalice, his sleep schedule was cooked anyway. But I'm not staying up super late to play ranked. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I got to get up early. And plus, I don't play good at night. It's just not going to happen. So we just really didn't find time to really play together. And it showed on the field. You know, I mean, some people would say playstyle thing. I think mainly I would have wished Chalice would play more aggressive because he's like the most mechanical player at Tech. You want to see him on the ball more. We could have cut out the double commits and calm better, but like honestly, we didn't play enough in general. Our shit was cooked. I'll put on this game. So yeah, we lost every game. Not very good. We did a CRO with Dark Panda. We did okay. Me and Sharp did. Chalice. No, it wasn't CRO. It was a LAN that we could have went to because Chalice, he didn't want to go to Tennessee, so we were like, we'll just play with Zeke. And shout out Zeke. I like Zeke a lot. I hope his career keeps going on an upward trajectory. I hope to see him on like Red Team next season. Shout out Zeke. But yeah. So yeah, we just didn't win any games. This is the worst split season of my career. Honestly, I don't know if the full season. This full season probably would be the worst season of my career. I hate to end it off like this. You know, didn't make the playoffs either season. I don't think we played one CRO together. It was just not a good season. But like Sharp and Chalice and Ned, like I fuck with them. Like I still love those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like built these bonds through Rocket League. You know, always that. But it was a bad season, and then it ended terribly too. It's like this is what happened. So we had a match last week. So I was like, so Thursday I had something to do. So I was like, all right, let's reschedule it to the next week. So we rescheduled it to this week at Wednesday. We all agreed to this time. So I show up Wednesday. I actually had plans that I canceled Wednesday for. I was supposed to go to church with my friend, but I said, hey, bro, I'm sorry. I got this Rocket League thing I got to do. We rescheduled it this day. We can go to Bible study next Wednesday. So like, okay. He's like, all right, whatever. So I show up Wednesday. I'm like, hey, Chalice. I'm like, calling Chalice, calling Sharp. No, there's no response, bro. I'm like, whoa. Like, where we at, bro? This is the last game of my career, bro. Like, I want to at least end it off playing, you know what I'm saying? This is the last game of my career. And then just no one showed up, bro. It's just like, it kind of hurt a little bit because it's like, cause like we confirmed Wednesday at 9. Like Sharp was one who accepted the request. Like he's the captain. He didn't want to give me the perms to do it myself. But and I talked to Chalice literally the day before. I ran into him at near Chick-fil-A. I was like, "Hey, bro, what's up, man?" We talked. He smiled in my face, acted like we're cool, and then dapped him up. And I introduced him to my friend, like, "Hey, bro, this Chalice 5, whatever." And I'm like, "You gonna be at the game tomorrow at 8?" And he was like, "Yeah, bro." Yeah, bro. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool, sure, see you. And then the next day, I just don't see him. And it's like, I really wasn't that surprised when they no-showed, to be honest. Because that's the 3rd time Sharp's done that in the 4 years we've been playing together, which is kind of funny because he's always talking about how like he wants it so bad, he wants to grind and stuff. And then like the no-shows and been doing this for 4 years. That's kind of surprising. But like Chalice, like I know like he doesn't check his phone at all. He's kind of flaky. I'm just not really that surprised, but it just hurt because that was like the last game, and then to see them online at like 11 o'clock last night, playing KBM, it just rubs me the wrong way. But it's all love. Like I don't hold no ill will to those guys. I just want image that in the video because it's funny how both games this season. No, so the last match of the fall ECAC and the spring ECAC ended because we had to forfeit because no shows, which that's not how Red Team should be. You know what I mean? That's just not a good representation of Red Team. And I hate that my name is attached to that. Even though I was here, my name is still a part of that, and I could have did a better job to, I guess, try to get them to show up. But because I hold myself to a high standard, for that reason of being like the guy on the team, keep people in line and make sure we're on the same page. But yeah, but that's just how it ended. But honestly, to recap the video, just to end it right there, for Sharp, bro, keep doing what you're doing. I'm happy you're gonna get to play one more season. You're going for your Masters. I hope to see you on Blue Team next year. I know that's your lifelong dream at Tech Rocket League to grace Blue Team and play for them. But yeah, man, good luck. I hope you do that. And it was great teaming with you for what, 3 years? I'd say. Yeah, it was good. To Ned, I think I already said this. I hope you get your team. You know what I'm saying, that you really want to play with. You're a good dude. Hopefully you win your captainship again. Keep fighting for change. Chalice, most mechanical player at Tech, obviously. I hope to see you on the field still. I feel like you might retire. I can honestly see that, but I know you'll succeed in whatever you do. Cause like, I mean, if you could have mechanics like this, and then be smart enough to do mechanical engineering, like you could do anything. So keep doing your thing, Chalice, bro. You're a great guy. And I know Jesus man type shit. But yeah, I'm gonna just end that video, and with that closes the chapter of my Rocket League career at Tech. Ups and downs, good 4 years, great team, the Red Team, staple of Red Team, you know what I'm saying? I hope I left a decent legacy here. Like I know I wasn't like the best on the field, but I hope like everyone that played with me was like, I don't want to say they had fun, because obviously they may not have fun, but I hope that I left like a decent positive impact on them. That's one thing I really try to hold myself standard, be a good guy. So I'm gonna just end the video there. This may not even get posted. I just wanted to make this video because people were asking, and they were like, "You gonna make a recap of your season?" I was like, you know what? Yeah, because I made one in high school. I might as well make one at the end of my collegiate career. And I don't know what's next with Rocket League. I might just stop playing because I kind of don't play anyway. But that's kind of because I had that internship still going on. But I should be done with it within the next few weeks. Rocket League will always be something I do and for fun. But I wish I could have played more this last season. But that's just how the cookie crumble. Alright, so I'm going to end that video. There's more content coming up as well. There might be more Rocket League content. I was thinking of ranking players in the Rocket League Discord or doing something like that. Let me know if you want that stuff. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I got more friend tier list stuff coming. I also want to talk about the podcast we're doing. So that's all I got today. I'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all for watching if you finished the video.